Hey guys, welcome to tonight's bbcan 9 chat.
It's episode 20.
I'm all hyped up now.
I am crazy hyped up. All right, so last time, Tina and Tara were on the block.
For a second, when I was reading over the notes, I thought that was a mistake because Tara being on the block feels like so
Ages
long
ago.
So much has happened this week.
Well, she did win the veto.
Mm-hmm.
She used it on herself.
Yes.
And Kiefer's alliance freaking turned on him. They turned on him.
To be fair, Kiefer's aligned with, like, everybody.
They blindsided him, and they put him up on the block.
Yeah.
A scandal.
With the intention of evicting
getting rid of him.
Yeah.
And they were crying and crying and crying because they were so
felt
upset.
guilty.
Yeah, they felt really guilty.
Yeah. And Kiefer was crying and crying because he was
going
hurt.
home.
He felt really hurt because he made a lot of big moves for them.
And Braden was smiling
Braden's
and smiling and smiling.
Guess who's not nominated?
This guy,
Yeah.
Braden.
Mm-hmm.
So he was the only one who wasn't upset.
Yeah. I mean, I think Tina and Tara were upset in that somebody from their pre-90s trio would be leaving. So, yeah, they were pretty upset about that, I guess. Okay, yeah, fine. Everybody's upset, except for Braden.
For one reason or another.
Yeah.
You know, but Braden was just living his best life. He said, I am staying.
Looks good to me. That's what he said.
No slop, I'm staying, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so kudos to casting this year. I don't think we can say it enough how amazing it is to finally have representation.
Oh, yeah.
For people of color.
Yes.
And even Kiefer. Is this the first time that they've ever had a First Nation person? Oh, it's not?
No. But still.
Somebody from Haida Gwaii, yeah.
Yes. It's great that they have so many people from different walks of life this season. Everybody can bring their perspective on life and share it with everybody. And it's been really interesting to watch.
That's the thing that we enjoy the most about this show is that we learn so much about not our culture.
Well, then that's just what we get from it. But all of these people that never had somebody like them on TV to watch, I can't even imagine what that must be like. So I'm really glad that everyone's getting this experience now.
I can imagine that it's like, okay, the first Barbie in a wheelchair, somebody got that who's in a wheelchair, and they're like, oh, finally a doll that looks like me.
Yeah.
Or,
I saw a commercial with one of those Barbies the other day, and I started crying.
Yeah. I just saw a video on YouTube, a little Down syndrome girl, for her birthday, got a doll that looked just like her. And where do you even see that? That is so special.
Yeah, representation is everything.
It really is everything, and I'm glad that a show that we watch is leading the way.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's awesome to see it. And
I'm glad that BBUS is going to be following suit this summer.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. And then they had the George Floyd discussion about how that sparked a whole movement. Yeah. And I'm like, what took so long?
Well, yeah.
What took so long? But you know what?
There's still a long way to go, but I'm glad that...
Yes, but you got this longest journey begins with a single step. So we're on the right track.
But I'm just really glad that they gave this some airtime as well.
Mm-hmm. It's like Degrassi. It goes there. That's what I appreciate about you, Canada. You guys go there. Yeah. And I love it. All right, so Kiefer and Braden are having a little pillow chat. Yes. Little pillow talk.
Kiefer had a few nighttime game chats with Braden this week, and it was interesting to watch the evolution of it because it started out with Kiefer being like, I'm not going to be here anymore, so I'm going to unload everything I know about this game to Braden, all of my game information.
Why do you think he chose Braden?
Well, I remember earlier on in the season, he was talking about how much he enjoyed Braden, and he felt like they had a close bond, and I think at that point, he was like, I want somebody to get revenge on this trio for me. So he was like, I'm going to try and set up Braden to work with Tina and Tara and get this done. Okay. So I think that's the angle that he was going for. Okay. And he ended up telling Braden all about the Sunsetters, except he did not mention that Tina was also a part of it.
Right.
So he was still protecting Tina there. Mm-hmm. And,
well, she's still in the game. And hopefully, in his perspective at this point, in the alliance with
right, he
Tina,
was trying
to
get Tina and Tara and Braden to all work together.
Right.
Because they hadn't really been before.
Right. All right, so I cannot believe he did that. Possibly a little premature.
I don't know.
All right, well, Ty walks in. Oh, no. Yes. Ty walks into the storage room and finds a bunch of freaking peppers with numbers. And I'm thinking like, oh man, are we doing, but first we feast? With the,
what do you mean?
With the chicken wings and the...
Oh, is this
the
like...
hot ones?
Hot ones, yeah.
Yeah. So...
it would be interesting if they had to answer questions while they're doing this.
So, they were labeled by the amounts of Scovilles.
Yeah, they were put in order from least to most.
Right. So, Tara immediately walks in and says, I'm not eating those because I'm going to crap my pants.
Sponsored by, oops, I crap my pants.
I guarantee you all of them had some fire coming out of their butts that
week. That's terrible.
Guarantee you.
That's terrible. Good thing the feeds were off that night.
Tina was correct. Goes in hot, comes out fire.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, this is a challenge. This is a task.
Hope they had some, like, preparation H or something.
Yeah. So, they had to have one person eat one pepper each.
Right.
And they could pick who was doing what. And if they ate all of the peppers, they were going to have a
prize.
Spicy soiree.
Well, they didn't know it was a spicy soiree at first, but they knew they were going to win something.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, did they give them more freaking spicy food to eat?
I don't know. I wish it was that Spicy V was coming back to, like, taunt them, like when they brought back Rachel in Pandora's box.
I hope they got a case of diapers with that.
Yeah.
All right, so the first pepper was a pepperoncini, so...
Olive Garden, salad, what's up?
Love it. Tara ate that one, no problem.
Yeah.
And then Tina followed up with an Anaheim pepper. Mm-hmm. I'm not familiar with that, but it sounds delicious. Kiefer had a poblano. That also, not that bad. And he did it, no problem. Mm-hmm. But that jalapeno, though... Jed was really suffering with that. His
lips were on fire, apparently.
He put ice cream. He must be a baby mouth.
I don't know. It was pretty funny, though.
All right. Then Hungarian peppers. I recently made some hot sauce with a bunch of those. And
it came out great.
It was pretty mild.
Which is why I was kind of like, wait, are they that hot? Because I survived, and I don't eat a lot of spicy food.
But ours were cooked.
True. That makes a big difference.
It does make a big difference.
Bowie.
So Beth took it like a freaking champ.
Yeah, she did. I guess she likes spicy food.
Yeah. Then there was a Thai chili.
Braden was doing that one. And he was just like... And Ty was standing next to him like... It was hilarious.
He was like, ooh, no problem. Where's the gallon of ice cream?
Yeah, after it settled in a little bit, he was like, oh, crap.
All right, well, then
he had that giant bucket of ice cream, too.
They each needed their own bucket of ice cream. I wonder if they had...
Like, extra.
Yeah, because I saw they pulled out the pints
first.
Yeah,
and then they had that huge, like, cafeteria one. Yeah.
All right, so then habanero was the final. Mm-hmm. And that was for Ty.
Did you notice the pit stains on everybody? I think I would have been drenched if I had to do this.
I think I would have literally thrown up.
Yeah.
The minute it touched my lips, I would have just thrown up.
Oh, definitely, if you were doing the last one, yeah.
Ty drank all the water in the house. Pretty much. I mean, we don't drink from the hose, do we?
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to actually eat the pepper, but then, like, the after, it's just like...
I mean, they were using gloves.
Yeah, they had gloves.
If it's going to burn your fingers that much, what's it going to do to your...
Make sure you don't touch your eyes.
Mouth.
That's all I'm saying.
Well... You shouldn't touch your nose either.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what it was.
Well, I think it's like you touch the pepper and then you take off the glove and then that hand is okay.
Right. Right. Because that
for when you're crying
later on.
Yeah.
You know?
They got it done.
Mm-hmm.
And
they won the spicy soiree.
They did.
I can't believe it. All right. So now
we did not get to see the spicy soiree on the feeds, by the way. The feeds were down the entire night.
There must have been a lot of booze.
Yeah. Well, apparently we missed some game stuff, too, but we'll get there.
Well, maybe they crapped their pants, too. I don't know. All right, so Kiefer talks to Jed. He's going balls to the walls here because he wants to stay in the game, and he's really got to... Sorry. He's really got to...
step up the campaigning.
He's got to step up his pee.
Yeah. I mean, the first day and a half, I guess, maybe, I don't know, whatever. After he went up on the block, he was just kind of sulking around. He wasn't really... He wasn't doing anything. Right. And then all of a sudden, he was like, no, I'm campaigning. What am I doing? I need to fight to stay here.
You got to take a chance.
Yeah.
So he corners Jed.
Well, first of all... Yes, start with Jed, because Jed is going to be super easy to convince.
He's a pushover.
He's,
yeah. He tells Jed...
I mean, not a pushover, but like...
Well, he's a moshi. I'm broken. I kept all you guys safe. You blindsided me. How could you? I feel like I'm getting robbed.
Yeah, so...
I'd take you to the end.
Right, so he was really laying it on thick, like, I'm so hurt. And all that stuff. But then the next part, he was like, I want to go to the end with you. He was saying final 4 with the throuple, final 3 with Jed and Beth, and final 2 with Jed. So Jed's like, oh, we didn't really talk about the endgame before, so that makes a big difference for me.
You're giving me a lot to think about, bruh.
Yeah.
And then Tina comes in after Kiefer. I was going to say Kyle, and I'm like, who's Kyle? And she talks.
Tina and her tea.
Yes, Tina and her cup of tea.
She's always got it.
She's like waiting room Tina. She's always got a cup of tea in the waiting room.
Did you notice when she grabbed her water bottle? I was like, whoa, she's changing it up. She's got the water bottle. But then when she sat down in the HOH room, she had the hot tea. It was wild.
All right. At least it wasn't in a styrofoam cup.
All right. This is not OTT.
All right.
So, yeah. She's campaigning to Jed and Beth because she feels like, oh man, something might be up here. And the vibe has changed. Right.
She says, I'm no threat.
Yeah, if I win HOH, you don't have to worry about me, blah, blah, blah. I would put up Tara if it came down to it. No freaking way. No.
So she's a very bad liar.
No way.
Jed and Beth are not buying it. She's getting the vibe that they're not buying it. And she's like...
And she's right.
Ugh, I feel a little bit uneasy here.
Yeah.
I'm not the goat I thought I was, that people are going to just drag to the end, am I?
Yeah. And not like the greatest of all time. We're talking like a survivor goat that you drag to the end because you feel like you can beat him.
Right.
This is a lowercase goat.
Right. All right. So she's the gloat. Greatest loser of all time.
Oh, she's not a loser.
Just kidding.
She's a very nice lady.
Yes, she is. But I mean, in the game.
I was hoping for a lot more from her. Yeah.
In the game.
She started off, I thought she was going to be really strong, but then...
She was the team captain.
But I mean, even like the strategy that she was talking with everybody, and then she just kind of like stopped.
She just was more interested in sitting there with a cup of tea.
I guess. But anyway... Kiefer and Ty. Kiefer is continuing a campaign, and he's saying, like, I'm with the 4. Why are we going after each other now? There's still 3 other people left. Like, what are we doing? And Ty is like...
Everybody loves you. Everybody loves you. We'll never win against you. Kiefer says Beth brought in Braden. Braden's good for her game. Yeah. And keeping me is good for your game.
Oh.
Not Beth.
Interesting.
Don't let Beth steamroll you and your boy, Jed.
So then meeting of the minds, Ty, Beth, and Jed. Oh, God.
Are you guys having second thoughts? Yes.
How not happy did Beth look during this conversation? She was, okay.
She wants Braden. I was going to say Brandon.
She wants Braden what?
Braden's
not on the block.
No. She
wants to get rid of Kiefer because she knows that Kiefer is like all about the boys and that's not good for her.
No.
So Jed and Ty are like, yeah, we should keep Kiefer. Like, keeping Kiefer after putting him up is an even bigger move than taking him out.
Sounds like an even stupider move.
Oh my God, I feel like you guys have been locked up in that house too long.
Yeah.
Also...
if we all quit, we all win.
Yeah. Chicken George. But they're also like, oh, if we take out Tina, we're breaking up the Tina-Tara duo and the pre-90s trio with Kiefer. Mm-hmm. We're splitting all that up, so this is great. It's going to be such a great move for us. Like, Kiefer's going to stay loyal to us.
And Beth says,
pretty much nothing. I mean, she said more on the live feeds, but the way they edited this conversation, she was just like...
Yeah. So it's time for the spicy soiree dinner, which we saw almost nothing. And
we only got to see this important bit here.
This was so weird. This is like a 16 Candles moment. Jed and Ty tell Kiefer to come into the Expedia Lounge.
Yeah.
They have something to tell him. And they're going to prom together.
They let him know, we're keeping you this week. And Kiefer's like, oh, thank you so much. Like, this is so amazing. We're family, boys for life. Okay, so then Jed and Beth, they're like all ready to make out in the HOH room.
After the party.
Yeah.
After the soiree.
And Jed's like, so we told Kiefer that he's staying.
What?
Oh, Beth was not happy about that.
She was pissed.
Ooh.
And then after that, she was pissed some more.
Well, she's like, why did you have this conversation with Kiefer without me? And, like, without me even talking to Kiefer one-on-one. It's like you guys made this decision without me. Mm-hmm. And she's already so sensitive about this because so many people have been telling her, if you go to the end with Jed and Ty, you're gonna lose. Because people in the jury are saying, like, they made all the game moves and you were just carried.
Right.
So, oof, somebody...
Wasn't me.
Spicy soiree.
Oh. All right, so guess what? Beth is so pissed that she said she would probably keep Tina.
Well, she was like in the diary room, oh, maybe I'll just have to like keep Tina. Let's be real.
Come on.
We know that Beth is not going to turn on the guys right now. No freaking way.
All right, it's time for Arissa.
Okay.
Let's hear what you've got to say.
Okay.
Tina said it's time to change the game.
She said, make a big move.
Deuces. All right, and then Kiefer said, I'm a good person, I'm good people, I come from good people. Keep me, if it's good for your game.
All right.
Because you said you would.
Okay, so then it was time for the vote. And I was really glad that Tara decided to still vote for Tina to stay, even though she knew the votes weren't there. I'm glad we've got the return of the...
Backbone?
Yes.
Yeah.
The sympathy vote, the pity vote. They're like, you're my friend vote.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
That's happened a few times this season, or maybe
like
one other time. And yes.
So it was a 3-1 vote.
Oh, Arissa is trying to make people crap their pants. Mm-hmm. She was like, Kiefer, you're safe.
Yeah.
Tina, you've been evicted by a vote of 3-1.
Tina, take your tea with you.
She should have left with a mug of tea. That would have been iconic, honestly.
Only Tara voted for Tina, not the cup of tea.
Yeah. It would have been like Rihanna leaving a restaurant with a glass of wine.
Right. So, of course, on Tina's way out, what are you at?
Tina, what are you game at?
Yeah.
What happened?
We had such high hopes.
Yeah.
And then Arissa,
she kind of just gave up.
Of course, said, Tina, what are you at? Mm-hmm. I've had enough of what are you at this season.
I mean, I don't mind it.
Yeah. So, Tara, I was going to say Tara. Arissa wants to know what happened. We had such high hopes this season.
Tina's read on what happened this week is not on point. She feels like maybe this was the move all along. They were trying to get her to split up the trio of Tara, Tina, and Kiefer, which is not the case. No. There was a whole lot more going on there, but I'm sure she'll figure that out eventually in the jury house.
Well, she hopes that the game is going to be changed now, and
she's
we're going to
hoping
have a
that
power shift.
Kiefer, Tara, and Braden will team up to go after the trio.
Okay. That's reasonable. I know I totally forgot what I was going to say, but that's okay. I did have something important to say, but I don't know.
It's okay.
Arissa said, what's going to happen now? As if Tina knows. Change the game, kids. All right, so it's time for the HOH competition. And Canada is stepping up their P's because we do not like when they don't show the winner for the HOH.
We want to know.
And they have been showing it.
You ought to know.
That's right.
Canada. Okay, so this is based on some information that they received. Actually, this was this last night or was this like a few nights ago? I can't even remember now.
I don't know.
This week has been a lot.
But they showed
on my mind.
The history of bbcan 9, the audio book.
Yeah, unauthorized history.
Yes.
So it was a bunch of audio bites from the evicted house guests from this season. Mm-hmm. And the house guests had to study them, and now they're being asked questions about them.
Again, I wonder how many times they play these things for them.
I don't know.
I hope they don't just play it like once.
No, I think they get it a few times in a row.
Okay. So then they were in their booths. Mm-hmm. There was no Gary glitter voguing, which really makes me sad.
You gotta let that go, okay? Gary was an icon.
Gary, there'll never be another you.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me sad, but I'm glad that we got to know the original Gary.
Absolutely.
So he lives a gourmet life. You have to guess which house guest said it. Mm-hmm. You have your little reset, please.
It's not a guess if you studied.
Oh. Are you telling me or are you asking me? Remember how many times your teacher must have said that over your school career?
I don't know. Can you? Oh my God! Just let me go to the bathroom. All right, so yes, they're all in their booths, and it's the best of 7.
Right. So Tara was leading by 1, going into the commercial break, and we were like, "Oh my God, is this gonna happen? Is Tara gonna actually win?"
I was freaking out. Do you think? I have a question for you. Do you think that Kiefer threw it?
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
Because I kind of feel like he did not want to win this one. Because I think he wants a move to be made on the trio, but he doesn't want to be in the position to have to do it. Because he swore on his kids that if he won, he would put up Tara and Braden. And now he's caught in the middle. Again.
He swore on his kids? Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he took an awful chance that one of the boys could have won. Well,
Jed couldn't compete.
Or
so,
Ty
yeah, it was Jed
I guess Beth's just
tired.
One of the boys.
It's Beth or Ty, yeah, for the trio.
I don't know where I don't know where Jed ends and Beth begins half the time.
All right, well, anyway, Tara pulled out the win.
Broke down the house. She's won.
Oh, my God. It was the classic, your best friend was just evicted, and now you win that HOH. This is going to be wild. I never thought I'd be so excited for a Tara HOH, but I feel like she's one of the only people that would actually, like, stir this crap up.
Yeah, really.
So we're like, oh my God, so exciting. Like, she's going to go for the throuple. This is amazing. And then Arissa brings it all back down to earth.
She slaps down that boner.
Oh, no. Okay, next Thursday.
That's a thing, by the way.
Okay, there's a big twist. So they're doing a fake double eviction. So it sounds like
it's like a real double eviction.
They're evicting 2 people. Yeah, and then the 2 people that are evicted are going to battle it out, and one of them is coming back. Okay, honestly,
that's crazy.
This is an amazing twist, and I love it.
But
however, the timing of this could not be worse.
Because we might get rid of one of the boys.
I don't even need one of the boys to go. I'd
one of the throuple.
Beth going, yes.
We might get rid of one of the throuple, break it up, but then they might come back.
Yeah. Can you imagine Tara finally wins an HOH and makes a big move,
and then gets evicted?
Oh man, that's wild. Or even like if she stays and like her evictee comes back, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild.
It's gonna be wild on so many levels. Mm-hmm. On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you with this season so far?
Oh, I love it.
I'm going to say a 9.
I love it, yeah.
I'm going to say
I don't know if I can put a number to it, but I'm really enjoying it.
I think the twists were really good. The comps were really good. The casting was really good.
Casting, phenomenal.
Yeah. So I'm very happy so far. I just hope that we can somehow break up the throuple and make it stick.
Yeah.
That would be a 10 for me. Right now we're at a 9. I'd like to see a 10.
All right.
Oh, that's what I just remember what I was going to say. How many times is Arissa going to say, Tina, oh, you know, like when somebody comes out,
what is she supposed to say? Like, yes, I'm so glad you're gone.
But it's like the same thing every time. Why doesn't she say like,
no,
what happened?
I noticed that for a bunch of the house guests, she would be like, oh, you're a legend, you're an icon, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't say that about Tina. Again, super, super nice lady, but...
You're a tea holder.
Yeah, she didn't bring it in this game. But anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments.
And she'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So until then.
Should be exciting. Until then,
much
love.